Okay, this is going to be the level 2 questions for practice test 2. Okay, these are all questions you should do with a paper and pencil. Okay, so these are the factoring questions. So what you want to do is go to functions. Okay, GCD, type in 2, -5, -42. So in this case, we don't have a GCD. Okay, so I'm going to multiply those. That's going to be -84. Factors of 84 are 1 and 84, 2 and 42. 3 and 18, 4 and 21, I think 7 and 12, okay? Now, since that last number is negative, I get one side. Now, I'm looking for the set that adds up to -5. This adds up to +5, so the switches make that positive, that negative. So I'm going to put 2n squared. My last term of -42 goes here. This is going to be +7n. This is going to be -2n. Since both of these, now I do GCF, both of those have an N. If you need to, you can then type in the GCD for each one of these. GCD of 2 and -12, okay, is 2. No N here. The GCF of 7 and -42 is, whoops, I didn't put the comma in there. That was bad. Okay, it's 7. And since that's a plus, these both have an N. This one will be a 1. GCD of -12 and -42. You might want to type that one in because that could be a little bit complicated. All right, that's going to be 6. Since there's a minus there, that's there. So my factors are 2n plus 7, 1n minus 6. Okay, and that answer would be D. Okay, all right. Now on to another factoring question. I want to put GCD of 4, -2 and 2. Okay, as you can see, it's a 2. So what I got to do is I got to check that off. Divide those by 2. That's 2x squared minus 1x minus 1. Now I multiply those. That would be -2. The easy factors, okay? Since that's negative one side. That adds up to 1. I need it to add up to -1, so I'm just going to switch those. Okay, so I got 2x squared plus 1x minus 2x minus 1, okay? There's an x here. They both have a 2, all right? No x here, but they both have a 1, so that's going to be plus. They have an x. GCF of 2 and 1 would be 1. GCF of -2, you can still type this stuff in. You should know that anytime you type in the 1, you're going to get a 1, okay? And that's a minus, so I got 2x plus 1, 1x minus 1, okay? All right, so here and here should have all been selected, okay? All right. Moving on to 25, okay? GCD of 1, -3, and -18, okay, is 1, so I don't have to worry about that. So 1 times -18 is -18. That's 1 and 18, 2 and 9, 3 and 6. Since that number is negative, I have that. This adds up to 3. I need to add up to -3, so I'm just going to switch these. Okay? So I got 1x squared plus 3x minus 6x minus 18. They both have an x. That's a 1, so that's a 1. They don't have an x. 3 and -18. That is 3. This is a plus, that's a plus. I got an x and a 1, okay? I don't have a GCF, I don't have an x there. GCF of -6 and -18 would be -6. So I got 1x plus 3, 1x minus 6, okay? So the x plus 3, letter D is your answer. Okay, 26, okay? Same thing, if I type in the GCF of 1, -7, and 10, I get 1. 1 times 10 would be 10. 1 and 10, 2 and 5. Now, since that is a positive, both sides will be negative, okay? So that's going to be there. So I got 1x squared minus 2x minus 5x plus 10. They both have an x, and that's going to be a 1. Biggest number that would go in there is 2, and since that's a minus, that's a minus. That's a 1. They both have an x. GCF of -5 and -10, if you need to type that in. I'm sorry, positive 10. Should be 5. So that's it. That's a minus. So 1x minus 2, 1x minus 5. Okay, best answer for that would be that one. Okay. All right, now we're on to square roots. If I break that down, that's 2 and 21, 3 and 7. Now, I don't have any pairs there, so all of that's going to be on the inside, and that's going to be 42. So if I'm being a good test taker, those can't be the answer, okay? Now, I got n to the 9th. What I want to do with that 9 is divide it by 2. If I divide that 9 by 2, I get 4.5. So what that means is I've got n4 on the outside, and that decimal means I have n1 on the inside. And so that one would be that. Okay? All right, cube roots. We should be good at these. Okay? Divided by 2 is 2 and 1728. Divided by 2 again. All right, would be 864. Then it'd be 2 and 432. 2 and 216. 2 and 108. 2 and 54. 2 and 27. 3 and 9. 3 and 3. We should be good at these. Cross out all these guys. Okay, now, since it's a cube root, I'm circling 3. Here, here, here. The only thing I did not circle was that 2. That goes on the inside. So if I'm being a good test taker, that has to be my answer. I'm allowed to take 1 out of each thing. So 2 times 2 times 3 would be 12. Okay? And that's why that is your answer. All right, 29. Here's what simplest radical form. All right, this is what you want. All right? No exponents bigger than 1 inside. So if I got these 3s and 4s, that's got to be out. Okay? The other thing I want is no pairs inside. Okay? So if I break down 50, that's 2 and 25, 5 and 5. So that's a pair. So that's no good. Well, here's a 1. That's not going to have a pair. That 2 doesn't have a pair. So both of those should be selected. On number 30, I would break down 52. That's going to be 2 and 26, 2 and 13. Cross that out. Since it's a square root, I'm circling the pair. So that'd be 2. I did not have 13. So that answer would be J. Okay, 31. Got to get this. Slope positive, slope negative. So this is slope positive. So those should not have even been a thing. Then what I got to do, the bottom is right and left. This part is up or down. Okay? All right? So pick any point on the graph. All right? You could do this, you know, just go here to here. Okay? That's 4 right and 1 up. You've got to be 1/4. Okay? All right? 32, I would want to subtract 3x. That's 5y equals negative 3x minus 7. Divide by 5. That negative 3/5 would be the slope. Okay? 33. Okay? These are all line of best fit questions. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and load the table. Okay, that's 1, that's 2, 2, 4, 3, 5, 4, 7, 5, 9, 6, 11. Okay, formula, y1, ABC, curvy thing, bx1 plus c. Okay, my parameters, 1.7, 0.3, that's that answer. Okay, this one's also a line of best fit because these are all lines, x, y, x, y. Okay, so I'm just going to delete that, make a new table. Okay, I got negative 4, 4. I got 8, negative 2. All right, same formula, y1, curvy deal, bx1 plus c. Okay, my parameters, negative 0.5 and 2. Okay, well that's got to be that one. Okay, 35. Now this one's a quadratic model. Now the big thing is what is the height at 3 seconds? Well, 3 seconds would go under this. This is x and y. So what I have to do is I have to put that is my third equation in there. All right, so I'm going to clear this out. Table. All right, I got 0, 200, 0.5, 195, 1, 185, 1.5, 165, 2, 135, 2.5, 100. Y1, curvy bracket, ax1 squared plus bx1 plus c. Okay? All right, now all I got to do is put x equals 3 in here. The third thing, okay? I want to zoom out until I find where that little thing is there. It's going to be 55, okay? All right? This is a variation, okay? So if it's direct variation, that's y equals kx. Whatever is first, so words is first, that's going to be the y. So that's going to be words. All right, this is going to be time. So if she types 275 words in 5 minutes, I would divide by 5. Okay, I'm going to get k equals 55. Then I'm going to want to return to this equation and write 55 in. I'm still going to write the w and the t. Okay, now it says how long will it take to do 1,100 words? So 1,100 words would be the y. Okay, all right. So what I want to do is type in y equals 55x. I'm going to type y equals 1,100. I'm going to zoom out a bunch, find where that crosses. Okay, I'm going to have to zoom in just so I can see it. Okay, that's going to be 20, which is B. Okay, all right. Okay, 37. Okay, what we have to know about direct variation goes through the center. So that's 1, 4. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how you make that. Don't overcomplicate that. It has to go through the center. Okay? All right? Direct or inverse. So if I do inverse variation, that's x times y has got to give me the same number. So if I multiply 1 times that, I would get 10. This time this would give me 10. All of these gives me 10. So that's xy equals 10. If they did it, it would be direct. Okay, so this is inverse variation. That would be my best answer. Okay? Once again, you're checking. Okay? X times y. Okay? So 30 times 120. 30 times 120 is 3,600. Okay? 40 times 90 is 3,600. Okay? So that means it's got to be xy equaling 3,600. Well, inverse variation, 3,600, that works. That one does not because it says direct. Okay? Now, for these ones that say equivalent, here is a way to help yourself. What equivalent means. Equivalent. What you should do. Graph the question. Graph the answers. What you're looking for is the same shape. Okay? All right, this is a shortcut way of doing this. All right? I think it's going to help you guys get this right. 3x plus 1, 4x minus 1. All right? Okay? I'm going to hit home. That's my shape. If I type in 12x squared minus 1, be careful. Zoom in a little bit. Okay? As you can see, they are two different shapes. Okay? So that can't be my answer. Now, if I type this one in, 12x squared minus x minus 1, all right, that is not the answer, okay? Two different shapes. I change that to a plus, okay? If you can see, they are the same shape, so that's why that one is my answer, okay? You do the same thing for this one, okay? All right, I type in, all right, 3x squared minus 2x plus 5 minus 2x squared minus 5x plus 1. Okay, I might need to zoom out a little bit to see it. There's my shape. Okay, and if you type in that first one, x squared plus 3x plus 4, okay, it traces over the shape. So that is answer A. Okay, and those are the level 2 problems.